Alright, so welcome back to Trails of Cold Steel. So we're in Ruhr. Looks like a interesting little town. Pretty big, lots of areas to quick travel to eventually. Although I'm assuming a lot of those places are stores. Yeah, RF stores. Alright, well, let's head on over here. Let's go to the store. Okay. I guess we have to go to the headquarters, because Sharon is not going to let us do anything, so up we go. Wow, a moving staircase, even the capital doesn't have that. What did you say they're called again, escalators? Right, the first one was built in Zeiss. After that, the technicians here decided to try and build one too. Guess they just wanted to show off a little, huh? Like kids, I swear. Oh, look at that. What is that? That's an awfully strange shape for a building. Wait, that's not even a building, is it? Nice catch, Reen. That's actually an orbital generator. But it's so big. Rower has so many factories and industrial facilities that the city uses an enormous amount of orbital energy. Having large generators that send energy where it's needed is more efficient than each factory producing its own energy. That's quite a setup. Technology's really come a long way in such a short time. Whoa. I've seen the building in pictures, but it's even more commanding in person. Guess you wouldn't expect any less from the Reinford Corporate HQ. I couldn't believe my eyes the first time I saw it either. It's a big building, sure, though not as big as the Orcus Tower in Crossbell. That's a 40-floor skyscraper, the tallest on the continent now, I think. Oh, that's the tower we could see from Gorelia Fortress, right? Yeah, that's where they were holding the trade conference last month. No need to be so modest, Elisa. It's your family's digs. No one's gonna mind if you talk it up a bit. I'm not trying to. Well, shall we go inside? No. Let's go back down. Dum-dum-dum-dum-dum-dum.
Master Reen, please don't cause too much trouble. Let's make our way to the Reinford headquarters.
Right, of course. Why is she singling me out?
Did we go up the wrong way, the escalator? Yeah, we should have went down this way.
Master Reen?
I'm sorry. That'll give me nightmares.
Okay, she keeps getting angry at us.
Sweet dreams.
Why do you have red eyes, Crow? Do most people have red eyes? Well, Lisa has red eyes, so she's evil. Who else is evil? So Crow and Elisa are evil. Cannot trust either of them. People with red eyes are not to be trusted. Alright. Maybe we'll get our assignments if we go in. Maybe from her mom. From Elisa's mom, maybe? Probably not. Probably from Sharon. It's just as fancy on the inside. Are these all-scale models of machines Reinford makes? Yep, I'll tell you more about them later if you're interested. Lady Elisa? Hello, Dalton. It's good to see you again. Oh, the pleasure's all mine. It's been 6 months since you've been home. I'd heard you were attending a military academy on the outskirts of the capital, but it looks like you finally decided to come back and visit the old homestead. Yeah, here I am. We'll be staying for the next 3 days. I see, that's wonderful news. Keep taking good care of her, Sharon. I certainly will. Well, it's one thing to hear about it, but I know what you mean. Kind of brings home the fact that she's a Rhineford. Let's just get going, okay? Allow me to show you the chairman's office. We'll be going up to the 23rd floor. Excuse me, Madam Chairman. I've brought the ladies and gentlemen of Class 7. Bring them in. As you wish. Wow. You can tell the buck stops here. That's one hell of a view.
So it looks like the Courageous' inaugural flyover in Heimdall and Ruhr was a success. But don't release an official statement until tomorrow. Yes, that'll be fine. Yes, I'd like you to begin as soon as possible. And keep a careful eye out for any insider trading. Hello, Irina Rhineford speaking. Yes, I understand. Fast-track the construction on the special train if you can. No, pay it no mind. I doubt Crossbell-related shares rising is indicative of a larger market trend. But sell them all early next month. Timing is key here.
Wow, she's like a commander issuing orders across multiple fronts. Yeah, it's impressive to see Toa do it, but Mrs. Rhineford seems to have it down to a science. She's a general on the battlefield of business.
Oh.
Ah, right. We all have other matters we need to attend to, so I'll get right to the point. Here.
What?
Thank you.
Okay, so that's our field study stuff. It's a little... No introductions, nothing. Well, I guess we've already met her, but...
I've cleared my schedule to dine with you this evening, so anything you wish to discuss can wait until then. I'll leave the rest to you, Sharon.
As you wish, Madam Chairman. When do you expect to return this evening?
I'm planning on 7. Have our guests enjoy a night cruise, if you will.
That sounds splendid. I'll make the necessary arrangements.
That's it? That's all you have to say? I don't care if you ignore me, that's nothing new, but my classmates are here and you're on our board of directors. Would it kill you to show at least a little interest?
Elisa,
Whoa, Elisa, it's okay. You don't need to get worked up for our sake.
Oh, I almost forgot to mention.
Huh?
If you want to return in one piece, I'd suggest you steer clear of the Provincial Army and the Railway Military Police. The same goes for the Marquis's mansion, though I can't imagine what business would take you there. Use common sense, and don't try to overstep your bounds. That'll be all.
Have a safe trip, Madam Chairman.
Wow, your mom's a real piece of work, Elisa.
The Army only wishes it was that efficient.
She certainly has the mettle to head up an international company like this, to say the least.
See? You see why I didn't want to come back now? You can't tell me that gave you a great impression of her.
I think you're being a little hard on her.
She was looking out for our safety, giving us that advice.
Just forget it. Getting all worked up and storming off in a huff is what she wants me to do, and I'm not going to give her the satisfaction.
Okay.
We'll be back before sundown, Sharon. I'd like you to have the guest rooms and dinner preparations sorted by then. Oh, and see to our luggage, would you?
As you wish. Have a safe trip, everyone.
You know, I'm all in favor of jumping right into our field study tasks, but is it really okay to just dump all our luggage on Sharon? I was wondering the same thing. All our luggage together must have quite a heft. It's Sharon, she'll be fine. Honestly, can you imagine her breaking a sweat carrying suitcases? I can't. You've got a point. She'll probably carry them all in one go. Well, looking after guests does seem to be her specialty. Exactly. Anyway, let's see what kinds of things we've got lined up for us this trip. Alright. I am curious myself. So we have 2 optional and 1 mandatory. So Powerful Beast on the Spina Byroad. So eliminate the monster and reports his soldiers at Marquis Ragnar's place. Then experiment with the Arcus units in the RF store, and a rare medal for the Roar Institute of Technology. Alright. Looks like she hit the sweet spot with the challenge factor. Kinda reminds me of Marcus's dad. Bah, I can't really deny it. I'll bet she's so sure she's got his pegged, she probably thinks we won't be able to finish all of these. But just you watch, we'll finish up every last one before this evening. That'll show her. That's the spirit. Anyway, it's only 11:30 now, so we've got plenty of time before sundown. We've definitely got the hang of this whole field study thing by now, so let's show Ruhr some Class 7 spirit. Right. Okay, so let's start with the RF store one, and then... yeah. We also need to look at getting some weapons and whatnot. I don't see... oh, there he is. Hello there, Chief. Well, what do we have here, Lady Elisa and her classmates? Thank you for coming to speak with me. So that must mean you're... Chief Johan, at your service. I'm part of the Reinford Group's 4th Development Division. The 4th Development Division? They're one of the group's major divisions specializing in orbital communications and battle orbits. I think they even supervise the development of the orbital staff. Oh, really? Then that means the reports that I write... Oh, so you're Elliot, are you? I appreciate you always sending us such detailed reports. You're definitely one of our most helpful testers. I'm happy to hear it. Still, orbital communications and battle orbits. Those two things sum Arcus up perfectly. Smart kid. Those Arcus orbits of yours are one of our most important R&D projects right now. Now that you know we're focused on the Arcus, do you think you could help us out with a little investigation? What do you say? Alright. Sure, that could be interesting. Oh, you would. Thanks a lot. What is it you'd like us to help you with then? Well, as I wrote in the request I sent you, I'd like you to conduct an investigation on Arcus signal strength. I imagine you've all been making use of the wireless communication capabilities of your Arcus orbments, and I assume that you're aware of the fact that they use orbital waves to make that possible. Today, I'd like you to search for places where those orbital waves are weak. Where the orbital waves are weak, huh? Well, the highways are the first places that come to mind. So we're looking outside the city? No, I want you to conduct your investigation inside the city. Wireless orbital waves are not always the most stable thing in the world. You may generally get a stronger signal inside town, but the strength still varies depending on where you are. Now that you mention it, yeah, there are places where it's tough to get a call to go through. But how are we going to find them? Oh, I probably should have started by giving you this. An orbital wave detector? That's right, it does just what you'd think. Detects and provides information on the orbital waves whenever you use it. If you find an area where you think the signal will be reduced, try switching this on. Excuse me. Why don't you give it a try? Okay then. Level 3. Some words came up. It said the signal strength in this area is 3, didn't it? You read that right. The number that appears tells you how strong the orbital wave signal is in that area. It's on a scale of 1 to 3, with 3 being the highest. So in other words, the signal strength here in the store is excellent. Any call you make would be crystal clear. What I want you to search for, though, are areas where the orbital wave detector displays a result of 1. Sound simple enough? Well, I understand what it is that you're asking us to do, but what sort of thing would weaken an area's signal? Well, there are 2 main causes. The first cause is the waves being physically obstructed, like by walls or ceilings, stuff like that. The second is interference from other kinds of orbital waves. What other kinds are there? Tons of devices other than the Arcus use orbital waves. Think radios and other communication devices. Some orbments give off orbital waves too, but really just a negligible amount. Sometimes when you get multiple kinds of waves in an area, they interfere with one another, meaning neither works properly. It's not my first time hearing about it either. Sounds like it could be a real problem. It certainly is. It's probably the biggest drawback to wireless communications technology. That said, orbital waves are pretty strong outdoors, so you generally don't have to worry about it unless you're inside. I see. Well, it'll narrow down our investigation if we stay indoors. In general, yes, you may find a few areas with weak signal strength outside, but they're much more common indoors. For the purposes of our research, we'll need you to find at least 3 different problem areas. If you can find more than that, we'd be thrilled, but that's up to you and how much time you have. Well, I think that's pretty much it. Any further questions? No, I think that's everything we need to get started. Thank you for breaking everything down for us. We'll get started right away, Chief. Thanks, kids. Alright. In the camp menu's item list. Well, this isn't very convenient. Okay. Well, what do you have for sale? We're paying just like everyone else, alright. We want to shop. What sort of master quartz do you have? Ooh. Okay, what does Megalith do? Increase obtained XP by 1.25 and regenerate on field. Effects small. Oh, it's an interesting one. What does Pandora do? Oh. Consume more EP, but damage is increased. Mobius, we've already seen. Alright. Well, I actually have a list of the places to go. This is one of them, apparently. It looks like this area only has a signal strength of 1. I wonder if that's due to all the different orbits here. They must all be giving off their own waves. Probably. Okay, so that's one place. Where are we? Oh god, I'm lost. Second floor southeast area. We're not in the southeast, we're in the southwest. Oh wait, but there is an area. Oh no, wait. How do we do this? This is confusing. I don't like this town.
These things sure are convenient.
I know, right? I could see them building some in Heimdall eventually.
Apparently there's like a locked door.
Looks like a dead end.
This was some kind of maintenance room, I think.
Can we go in? No, door's locked. Okay, but apparently this should get a 1 here. Perfect. Level 1. That's weird. You wouldn't figure a weak signal would be a problem outdoors. Yeah, I guess something must be obstructing the orbital waves anyway. I'm glad we found this area. It seems like it would have been easy to miss. Apparently. Ooh, this is an interesting area. Oh, hello. Well, sorry, but Rean is not interested in Elisa. He's interested in Laura. So this area is a 1, huh? Perhaps it's because of the way it's built. It's actually, the actual bar area is pretty far into the building. Very possibly. There's also a radio playing in here, which might interfere with things too. Okay. So you have 2 more places to visit. Well, I know you said 3, but there's technically 5. This would have been a pretty annoying quest to do, just randomly looking for where to find. I would not be happy with that. It's displaying a signal strength of 1. Huh, maybe the cathedral's so sturdy orbital waves can't even get through. Possibly, there's no antenna here either. Alright, and now the last one we need to get is in the Ruhr Institute of Technology. Which makes sense, because that would have a lot of things obstructing the signal. I'm just wondering if we'll end up getting the scene that we do not want to get by going in here. Oh well, no big deal. So this is the Ruhr Institute of Technology. We had a request from someone here. It's a famous university and research institute. Lots of the country's brightest technicians studied here. And a lot of them get scooped up by the Reinford Company after graduation. They've offered George some pretty sweet deals to encourage him to apply after he graduates. Jellica's orbital bike was originally being researched here too. I think George has mentioned that before. Sounds like they got all kinds of cool stuff in development here. What are we waiting for? Let's go in. Right. I like how Fee is just... It feels like Fee is just along for the ride. She doesn't really add much opinion, doesn't... Yeah, whatever. And this should be the last one. Yikes, the signal's pretty bad here. Perhaps it's because the researchers use orbital waves in their experiments. It's hard to say for sure. Alright, we found 5 different areas now. Not bad considering we were told we could stop at 3. Yeah, can't imagine. I can't imagine we'll find any more though. Maybe we should go back and report all of these? Can't imagine. Surprisingly though, for a game with this amount of text, I found very few typos, maybe like a dozen maybe? Mind you, I have sometimes trouble reading things properly, so... But it's actually not bad. Usually you end up finding a lot more. So we need to go back to the RF store. Finish your investigation, I take it? Yes, we did. We'd like to give you our report. I see. So, all in all, you found 5 different areas with a signal strength of 1. Looks like they all have low signals for different reasons, too. This data will be invaluable in furthering our research. You've done excellent work today. I really owe you. Not at all. All we did was walk around town, really. But we're glad to be of service. By the way, I couldn't help wondering when we were on our little jaunt. If we're in an area with the signal strength of 1, does that flat out mean we won't be able to make a call on our Arcus? Nah, you should still be fine. What's the problem then? Well, the problem is... This has to do with the rollout of the orbital net, doesn't it? Got it in 1. I should have guessed you'd figure it out. For the less technically inclined, what does that mean? Well, I can't pretend to be an expert on it myself, but what we've done today has taught you that orbital waves can be unstable by virtue of being wireless, right? Plus, the amount of data you can transfer wirelessly is less than you can transfer through a wired connection to begin with. As long as you're just transferring voice data through orbital waves, low signal strength isn't a huge problem. But if you're transferring more complex data like the text or picture files on the orbital computers at the Academy, the low signal strength could pose a problem, correct? So in other words, you're trying to increase the amount of information you can transfer wirelessly. For that orbital net thing, or whatever you called it. Exactly. The orbital net has only just started to gain traction here in Erebonia. But the Epstein Foundation in particular is making a lot of progress with their research in the field. There's even a project underway to connect Lemon State with Crossbell State with a wireless network. So we can't exactly sit on our hands here. And that's where this data you've gathered comes in. I'll be sure to put it to good use. We'd be honored if you did. Anyway, I think I've kept you long enough. Here's your reward for a job well done. Ancient Glyph. Well then, good luck with whatever you've got left. I really appreciate what you've done for me today. It was our pleasure. Keep up the good work. So let's see where this quartz is. Summons a megalith high above, then drops it with a 20% chance of petrifying an XL area. Tempted to give it to her. But yeah, get rid of defense. We don't need no defense. Ancient Glyph it is. We gotta fix up our party though. We need to swap out you for you. Alright. So let's head on out to the Spina Biro to go kill that monster. It's all the way at the end. Oh, grumble, 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 grumble. Ooh. We haven't fought these things in a while.
That looks like a strong one. Be careful.
I'm not concerned.
This one's nasty. Watch out.
My turn.
Oh, we gotta link up with... Who are we gonna link up with? Let's link up with... grumble, grumble, grumble. I guess... Nah, we'll do that. Wait, what... Oh, that's S-Craft. Okay, I was so confused.
There!
It's my turn.
Wow, that's 306 EP. That's insane. Whatever, we're just gonna attack because these are regular enemies anyway.
Right.
Blue lullaby to put everything to sleep.
Good night.
Leave it to me.
Freeze!
Get it?
Ow.
My turn.
Wait, we've never seen this flame impact ability, but it's just a small area. But I can hit all three, so we'll do it.
Burn to ash. Ha!
Wow, that's actually quite a bit of damage, and we'll burst.
Let's go, everyone. Gotcha.
Got it.
So much overkill.
This is our real power.
Nice. We got a ground bait and a U material. Oh,
Right.
we need to go see if we can get new weapons. We need to go back into town then. That's what I wanted to do for sure. We need new weapons. Completely forgot to check that. But you know what? We'll take a break here. Next time we'll go buy some weapons and then we'll go take on that monster. So as always, thanks for watching.